A value proposition is important. We talked about this in previous modules, and we talked about it in different sections. Being able to prove your value to the customer is critical, and how your value stands out against your competition is even more critical. So I'm going to give you a little layout here, and we're going to go through this one by one. First thing is, when creating your value proposition, you want to identify your client's main problem. And we talked about this before. Where's the hole in the market? Where are the gaps? What's missing, right? The iPhone was the first smartphone to hit the market. The ability to have a handheld computer on the go. What do you think was missing in that market? The inability to be on the go. You had to sit at a computer. You had to go to these coffee shops that had computers. You had to go to these Wi-Fi stations, right? And all of a sudden, everything was accessible at the palm of your hand. The internet, access to information, calendars, email, timelines, everything you could imagine, all accessible in the palm of your hand. There was no more need to go to the coffee shop that had all the computers and rent a computer for an hour or be stuck at the office. Now you could be on the go. The second piece here is to identify the benefits your product or service offers. You need to be able to identify the benefit you have to your community, to your market area, to the people that you're trying to work with. The third thing is to describe what makes those benefits valuable. See, you could have benefits that your product or service provides, doesn't necessarily make them valuable. So you need to sit down and think about your benefits and what value they actually bring to your client. The next piece is, how do you connect that value to your client's problem? See, the first part was identifying the problem. The second part was understanding your benefits. The third part was understanding the value of your benefits. And then the fourth part is, how do you tie that value to your client's problem to create full circle? How do you fill the void? How do you fill that hole? How do you fill that missing piece in your market? And then finally, differentiate yourself as a preferred provider. How do you differentiate yourself from your competition? How does your value stand out at a very high level? Now I'm going to read a couple things to you, and these are just, you got to dig into this a little bit. But Uber says the smartest way to get around. That is a part of their value proposition. The smartest way to get around. Now, if you read the rest of their value proposition, it'll get deeper into that. But think about that. You know Uber. I know Uber. Is it the smartest way to get around? They believe so. And they've proved it little by little. Apple says, Apple iPhone, the experience is the product. The experience is the product. They're telling you that the actual product, the iPhone, using this little thing right here, is the experience. Nothing outside of that. So where do you fit in your business? Where do you come across to your clients? How do you get your value of your benefits to attach themselves to those clients' biggest problem? How do you fix it? How do you fill the void? How do you come full circle? And then, how do you differentiate yourself from the competition? This is the simplest way to get to a value proposition, and I hope it helps you out.